to find vendors from down the road to see that do it because maybe I don't know.
Hi everyone, I'm Laurie Brucker. I'm an image consultant, personal stylist based in Los Angeles, and I'm here to share with you my 10 do's of professional dress. So I believe that our professional wardrobe is extremely important no matter what profession you're in. It's important to represent yourself as who you are, the businessman or woman that you are, the professional that you are, the quality of work that you do, and that all can be reflected in your wardrobe. So number one, fit matters. It is the fit revolution. Right now, men's clothes and women's clothes are very much changing to be more of a slimmer fit. For men specifically, that feels, there's definitely like a fine line between slim and tight fitting clothes. It feels a little bit more too tight, but there is a proper fit for men. So there's a fine line for guys and what they will cross. But what a good couple rules of thumb is, you want to make sure your shoulder points are right at your shoulders as opposed to hanging a little bit over, which is the shoulder seam. When that is lifted, it actually appears to make you look slimmer. The less fabric you have on your body, the slimmer you actually look. So you can actually use wardrobe to effectively make you look taller, leaner, all these wonderful things, and you can use wearing more fitted clothing to represent that. For women, fit is extremely important as we live in we women are very uncomfortable with our bodies. Everyone's insecure about something, so we choose to wear, floatier fabrics, things that cover, things that hide because we are insecure. But the more, again, same with men and women, the more you add to your body, the more fabric you put onto your body, the bigger it actually makes you look. So the trick to wearing proper fit is actually working with the body shape you have and fitting your clothes as close to that as possible without being too tight, because that's obviously not professional. So fit is very important. I think if anyone were to change anything about their style, it would be to know that fit is the first thing you should take a look at. Number two, think outside of the suit. Now, the suit is obviously a staple for every closet. However, suit separates is the new thing happening. So it's not just about the suit. It's about being able to have a suit that you can separate and mix into different pieces. So getting a little bit more creative. You don't have, in a suit, it's a little bit more structured, dominating, authoritative. A suit separates actually shows a little bit more creativity, personality. And that's something you can take your suit blazer and wear it with a different pair of slacks and a shirt and ties. You can actually get a little bit more creative. For women, a suit that's a skirt and a jacket, you can take the blazer, wear it with, a nice blouse and dark denim for a business casual affair, but you could also take the pencil skirt of that suit and wear that with a great button front shirt and a cardigan over it, and that's a whole new outfit. So you actually can get more wear out of your clothes with a suit when you remember that you can separate it. It doesn't always have to be together in one look. The next do of professional dress is, it's all in the timing, which means you should have a great watch. Doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money on your watch, but having a watch added to your look is a very important, fabulous, right on. It's one of those things that it elevates your look. A watch is like jewelry. It's jewelry, So to have that added bit of jewelry and bling, I guess, to your look, it elevates your look. It makes you look a little bit more expensive. And also adding that detail in makes you look a little bit more put together. So even something as simple as just adding a watch will even update a professional look. Number 4 is crisp and clean, and that is your button front shirts. A staple for every business professional wardrobe. All right, and that's like a staple for every guy. They wear button front shirts to the office. But I always say, especially for white shirts, number 1, having it in the right fit is very important, but having multiples of the white shirt, I feel, is extremely important because those get the dirtiest. They ruin really quickly. As you wear them, they yellow. And having multiples of them gives you the opportunity to, keep switching them out as you need, because that might be the first thing people notice. A white shirt that is yellowed, it could take down your look as a professional. So always having that white shirt perfectly crisp and clean is extremely important for men and for women. I think that's really very unisex. It's all very unisex.
Silly question. In
Yes.
terms of a white shirt, would it be important to have different styles of white shirts, like versus just like a lot of the same one?
It's good to have the classic, obviously, but I think more important is like the fit. Is it the right fit? Yeah.
How important is it to have a white shirt versus having a colored shirt professionally, like for light blue? Like, how important is that? I know the Orthodox Jewish world, a lot of people men wear white shirts specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I think my Orthodox Jews dress in pink. When I dress as a peacock, I dress colorful. I have my own kind of style.
That's great. I love that.
So I go all kind of color, but the hat and I have all accessories. But usually I dress myself.
Well, I can already tell you're mixing patterns with your tie and
yeah,
your striped shirt, and I love it.
I have my own funky. This is actually more conservative. I do bright yarmulke, have a bright, sateen shirts and bright like ties and stuff.
Right.
Jerry Garcia ties. Like how important is it to wear professionally to wear a white shirt versus a different colored shirt?
I think that it, which kind of like leads into the next step, which is showing your colors. I think it's extremely important to have the white shirt to mix in for like you specific occasions where you need to present yourself as authoritative, clean, meticulous, like in going to, potentially getting a new client that you'd be doing, as an exec assisting for, like, what type of business are they in? What do they want to see from you? If they want, if you want them to know that you are meticulous about your work and that you're clean cut and that you can get the job done and that you're actually be a little bit more structured about it, having that white shirt actually can give off that impression for you, as opposed to choosing something a little bit more creative. But then on the other half of that, which is the next step, which is showing your colors, means to get a little bit creative with your wardrobe, because, we might be businessmen and women, but we're also humans. We're fun, we're interesting, we have interests in life, we, have families, there's things in our lives that are a lot more exciting. Sometimes our businesses feel very like structured and stuck, and you end up wearing blues, grays, blacks, all of the basics, and you forget that you can add in, for women, a pop of coral is a great color, turquoise. For men, doing more of a cobalt blue or a yellow, adding that on top of a blue. Those are things that are like that you can add in to show a little bit more personality. And there's fun ways that you can do that. For men, it's like a wonderful example, you're mixing your patterns, you're using same tone blue, but you're doing a great stripe and more of like closer like duck cool pattern on your tie. That's personality to me. That's color. That's showing that you're more than just the average suit. And I love that. He's learned from the best. So I've taught him how to mix his diagonal stripes with checks, things like that. When you mix diagonals with checks, that's a great, easy way to get a pop of color into a look, and also show the pattern mix, which shows a little bit more creative personality. It says that you're not just, a classic suit person.
It's very risky.
It's a little risky.
Very risky.
Very risky.
And for most guys to match a print shirt with a striped tie.
Well,
it's like chewing up bubble gum and trying to juggle at the same time.
Yeah.
But what I wear when I really want to show the power appearance, like the other day I wore a suit and tie, I wore a white shirt, and I had a red striped tie with it. They
That's
say
great.
red is power.
Absolutely. Red is a very powerful color.
And this is what I usually wear once a week. This is what's called business casual. And so I wore the white shirt with the black pants. In fact, several weeks ago, I interviewed with the man. We met halfway. He drove from Henderson, Nevada. I drove from Northridge to Barstow. This was for a possible part-time emergency response teaching job. And I wore this, and I figured this will make a good impression. How did he come? In shorts and a t-shirt.
So that's
But
very
I figured
interesting.
that was his prerogative. He was the interviewer. He was in the driver's seat, so to speak.
Very true, and he needed to know that you were the professional, that you might be teaching a training, which is more hands-on, but you also have been doing this for years. You have a business history behind you, and the fact that you put on this type of a look says a lot about you and the type of work that you do. So that's fantastic.
And also, I have